I'm staying alive, I'm killing the journey. Feel something brewing inside of me. You don't know the whole story, what I had to do and everybody doubted me. Yeah, I learned to stay strong. Concrete in the dirt I was raised on. Know how to put in work. Grinding all day, you know it's game on. My skin is thick, yeah, it's tough. Running, yeah, we stay alive. Ain't gotta look nowhere else. All of this greatness inside. Don't think you're ready for this part. This is our moment, here we are. How could you be a star if you don't shine and you afraid of the dark? Say you wanna be a big fish, but you can't swim with the sharks. Yeah, ain't phased, don't change. Still the same when the camera's off. Look smooth, but I'm going hard. Play it cool, but I'm going off. If you want it, gotta take it from me. I can show you who the best is. All stats, no questions. You just a check off the checklist. Don't think you're ready for this part. This is our moment, here we are. We're gonna tear it up. Everybody on your feet, yeah, make it loud. It's time to come alive. Turn the energy all the way up now. We're gonna tear it up. Everybody on your feet, yeah, make it loud. It's time to come alive. Turn the energy all the way up now. Turn the energy all the way up now. Turn the energy all the way up now.
moving on. Move out the way, gotta get them going. Body slim thick, can't put it on. It's your loss, still putting on. Still putting on for the things that you didn't. Still making moves, know you wish you could diss me. Still blow a bag, go and cop me a Bentley. Know you regretting the way that you did me. Life is so sweet though. Life is like candy. He wanna grab me, but he can't have me. I'm in your city though. Don't want you back, I'm making you stand on that. It's cool how you gave it up. He do it big, I do it bigger. Slide in the lamb just to make him sicker. Don't want no goofy, I'm out the picture. The truth hurts before it heals, my love. And I ain't stressing, I'm gon' heal in love. Go our separate ways and that's okay. No one do it like I do it. No one do you like I do. The truth hurts before it heals, my love. And I ain't stressing, I'm gon' heal in love. Go our separate ways and that's okay. No one do it like I do it. No one do you like I do. He thought it was checkers chess. Hope you know that I wish you the best. Don't be surprised when I'm better off. Thought that I was less, gotta show it off. Show you all the things though you missed out. Life's a lot better, I ain't missed out. Pull up my mentions, I ain't missing you. Love you, I ain't dissing you. Slide around in that Bendy coupe. I'm okay, beating all the odds on a rainy day. You can keep the bags, I'm done with the games. Done with the lies, done with the pain. Don't wanna be friends, don't wanna be homies. Don't wanna pretend, don't wanna be nothing. Don't wanna be nothing. The truth hurts before it heals, my love. And I ain't stressing, I'm gon' heal in love. Go our separate ways and that's okay. No one do it like I do it. No one do you like I do. The truth hurts before it heals, my love. And I ain't stressing, I'm gon' heal in love. Go our separate ways and that's okay. No one do it like I do it. No one do you like I do. I'm moving on from you. I ain't got time to lose. Think about myself for now. You know you missing out.
Yeah, you know I love to see you shine that light. I put that love in every rhyme I write. You and I, we ride side by side, so keep shining, y'all, keep shining. Yeah, you know I love to see you shine that light. Yeah, even when you gotta fight those fights, it's like that struggle make you twice as bright. So keep shining, my dude, keep shining. Come on. Yeah, I learned a long time ago how it happens. When you get it cracking, that's when cats start attacking. Lip flapping, talking smack, a six fasten. Nation with you passing them by with your passion. Friends back then, but yo, press fast forward. Now it's like they'd rather clap back than to clap for you. All because you turned the corner. They can't see it like as if you was a transformer, but they can't be it. When you start shining bright, a person reacts. They either bask in that light or they turn their back. If they're inspired by your fire, you both travel. But if they turn their back, they only see their own shadow. That's when they plateau, inspiration fades. They keep their back to the light and start throwing shade.
Now that's a bad trait. I'd rather keep my heart and celebrate when you glow in the dark. Come on. You know I love to see you shine that light. Yeah, I put that love in every rhyme I write. You and I be right side by side, so keep shining, y'all. Keep shining, come on. You know I love to see you shine that light. Even when you gotta fight those fights, it's like the struggle make you twice as bright. So keep shining, my sister, keep shining. Yeah. Now the jealousy, the tallest flower, and wanna cut it. They pull you down like some crabs in a bucket. They bring the buckets, chaos and sabotage, but that's mirage, and you don't need it in your catalog. That's when it's time to travel on like a vagabond. Burn a couple bridges, let them crumble like Babylon. Cause some make moves, some make excuses, and some make you wanna peace out and throw the deuces. I rock with producers, the light fuses, the authentic. They go get it, they earn credit with work ethic. This so tight, it's hermetic. The realness heals, that pure light can cure headaches. I sure bet it's better than jealous backstabbers. I know who actually got my back, and that matters. Like mathematics, the sum's greater than the parts. So when you shine it, I'm sunbathing in your art. Come on, you know I love to see you shine that light. Yeah, I put that love in every rhyme I write. You and I, we ride side by side. Keep shining, y'all. Keep shining. Come on, you know I love to see you shine that light. Even when you gotta fight those fights, it's like the struggle make you twice as bright. So keep shining, my friends. Keep shining. Come on, yeah.
Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back now, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back now. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back now, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back now, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back now, bring it back, bring it back.
I'm staying alive, I'm killing the journey. Feel something brewing inside of me. You don't know the whole story, what I had to do, and everybody.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys had a great lunch break, because now We're back at the UoC Cup 2023 stage, happening at the Grand Hall of the University of Cyberjaya. This tournament is brought to you by the University of Cyberjaya themselves. My name is Sir Cloud, together with my wonderful partner here, Monchelle, and we can't wait to get the semi-finals started.
Yes, we definitely can't wait because I would say we had a couple of really exciting matches that we had just casted right before we went off to our lunch break. And so for Sir Cloud, any surprises or anything that shocks you, or is it all within your expected plans?
Well, I must say, so far, I guess the surprise that I have is in all our rounds, it is a 2-0. I would have expected like maybe some of the rounds, like perhaps like previously we saw MV versus Team Ball School to be a full series, but yeah, it was a 2-0 at the end of the day. But since we're moving on to the semifinals, now we're starting to gather some of the best filtered from the start of the day till now. I think this is where we're starting to see a full series game.
Yep, definitely, Sir Cloud. Like potentially, but still, it's going to be a best of three regardless. So I'm really excited to see whether we will get a game tree, which is like ideally, for casters, we normally we wanted the clean sweep of 2-0, but we want to give these teams a chance to showcase what they got. And it really came down to the wire sometimes where it was almost a simple coin flip. Like the drafting was great from both teams. They were executing as per plan according to the strategies that they're going for as well as their team compositions. But then again, it's like objective gameplay, so far as we have observed, has been the one that's able to clinch out the series.
Yes, and some of the I think we saw some interesting plays as well, especially it feels like today is a day of XP laners. Like XP laners have been doing really well. We saw the Xbox, we saw the Benedetta, and those were amazing plays that actually shifted the result to the team that they were playing with to clinch the win in those particular rounds.
I mean, not only that, we also did see the gold laners, the marksmen's really shining through, dishing out the damage. I mean, I think so far of whenever we got to see an Iritel in play, it was absolutely unstoppable. There was no way to counter it. There's no way of jumping towards the backline. As now, I could comfortably say that Iritel has a 100% win rate and absolutely should be contested or banned, or they have to like draft in a way where they have to find ways to be able to get towards the backline, get the pickups. Otherwise, you're just allowing this Iritel to like basically steamroll your opponents.
Yeah, so Iritel definitely one of the annoying ones. There's a lot of ways to support an Iritel even if you want to play like those sort of tanky supports that will open up like the front line to the Iritel, or you want to play a little bit safer, you want to play a little bit more sustained sort of healing for the Iritel. That works as well. That allows Iritel to scale to dish out the amount of damage and also to get the kills equals to getting potentially even lifesteal back to the Iritel. So Iritel is definitely very, very dangerous. And Iritel is one of those unique heroes that you can move and attack at the same time without delay. So this is where Iritel, this is why Iritel at this moment is one of the most interested heroes among them all. And also not to forget as well, Iritel takes down towers really, really fast.
I mean, I think early on in turrets, that split pushing, I think Brody still is like hands down one of the strongest marksmen in that suit. But we're getting the green light from production. I think we'll be jumping right in towards the draft very, very soon. So Cloud, what are your thoughts? Any predictions? Any heroes that you would love to see like just bask in the glory of the Land of Dawn?
Well, if I get my wish list, which I don't think I'll get to see, is definitely going to be a high loss, but I doubt it will be played. People don't really play that.
High loss?
Yeah, just because yours truly is like high loss number 22 highest Malaysia.
Wow. Okay, flexing your stats right now. Okay, we see you, Sir Cloud. Why aren't you playing? Maybe you're a little bit too old. Maybe if we had like a educators or lecturers tournament, we'd like to see you play for your team, for your university.
I would only play if
Yes.
there is a rule in the rule book that says not allowed to ban or pick high loss except me. That's all.
That's a very strange, very specific condition. But all right, let's jump into this draft. Again, we're going to see a Monster Vicious versus Free Agent. So very exciting stuff. I mean, off the bat, the banning phase is going really, really fast. On blue side, Kadita, Martis, Fredrin has already banned. Now on the red side, Turizla, Lancelot as well as Stephanie has been banned, but this means all the healers are open, and finally the debut of Matilda is on for full display.
Oh man, the most banned hero in at least our broadcast, Matilda, finally making a debut on the broadcast. This is going to be really interesting. And what's going to be interesting as well is that the fact that it's being picked up by Free Agent, which we have not been able to see on the broadcast yet. So no expectations about how they're going to perform. But we have a good idea about how Monster Vicious performs. And from what we've seen previously, yes, they played a great Yuzong, amazing at zoning. And there's an Angela as well, who has a global presence. And I'm going to top that off with the fact that Haru is still playing, and he plays a tanky frontliner sort of roamer. So I think that if Free Agent had the time to actually look at the data somehow, they'll be able to know that, okay, if they want to ban out a roamer at the second phase of the ban, they should try to ban out those tanky frontline roamers. Now, whether it's going to be worth it or not is going to be a second question.
I mean, it depends on whether you want to ban, like basically based on your what plays towards your team composition, what you still want to pick up, or you want to be able to, I would say just like deter. You want to target ban a specific player, but obviously I think Haru does have deeper pockets. But what I liked from the blue side is that they actually banned Martis, which Genos was I would say performing really comfortable on. So I'd like to see how Genos would be able to adapt, because I think your safer options, your Lance, your Fred, your Martis has been already taken out. So quite curious if we're gonna see something like a Ling potentially.
Ooh, yes, and Assassin would be kind of nice as well. But we are reintroduced with Baxia here. And I also want to point out the fact that I'm liking what Free Agent is picking so far. So the Irita, we did talk about the potential of Irita, so that's one. But Irita is well supported by Matilda, so that's number one. Number two, the Valentina can steal the hard guard to support Iritel as well. So can you imagine that this is probably a draft, at least based on the three that they've selected, to open up as much opportunity for Iritel as possible.
Yes, definitely. You want to be able to basically create enough space. This is your key win condition overall when you pick up this Iritel. But because she definitely needs time to scale up, get sufficient items and farm, so that would be their key win condition. And for the side of Monster Vicious, they are aware of this. The fact that they go for Baxia, after all, this is just a safer pick overall. And on top of that, with the Heart Guard, absolutely unstoppable. So with this Angela pick, it's really concerning. There are already two heroes. They'll absolutely benefit from this hero, and they are closing this out quite quickly, in which they ban out the Hellcurt as well as the Benedetta. Really interesting, considering, well, with the switch off the lights, Dark Knight Falls will ensure that you have a better time securing objectives or getting away from situation, or you're just going for the pickups. But for now, they don't reveal too much towards what they want to go for their gold laner.
Yeah, so that is still a question mark for a Free Agent. So they ban out the Ixia, one more to ban. Well, there's still a lot of options, right? You still have the Claude, you have, we've seen the Clint today, but it looks like they're not going to allow them to pick the Faramir, so that is out of the question now. Lesser protection of whoever the gold laner is going to be for them. So this is where I guess they're looking at, okay, you have to use all, you have to Baxia. Very engaging sort of hero. So they will be kind of in front all the way. So I guess what they're trying to block off is that they try to block off heroes that can protect the backline, which is now we do see that they picked their gold laner. So I guess they just want to try to get to the backline as much as possible and not allowing them to protect that. Take care of that first, then they'll worry about the front.
Yeah, because right now from MV, you can see it's really standard front to back. And from the side of Free Agents, it's you're seeing, this is quite terrifying. You can see this Jiroff combination with the Iritel. This is the full armor shred. And I was really worried about this, the potential of the Uranus coming in towards play. I did mention this off, like just the side. Oh, they could just play Uranus and just be really annoying. And against the Yuzong, I would think they just match quite 50-50 in lane, unless the Yuzong like overstays his welcome before level 4. This Uranus would definitely be able to not only dish out the damage, but be really annoying, cutting waves all the way back towards your base. So you can only imagine how much space this would create for the Irrital.
True. And probably the Uranus wasn't part of their plan until they saw that, okay, you picked your goal laner, done. You ban out the Hellcat, done. So you pick your goal laner, meaning that they will not pick a carry for sure. So now will be an issue for Monster Fishes. How are they going to deal with the Uranus? They don't have a tank shredder, if you kind of think about it. They don't have
Yes.
enough damage output just to deal with him. So if I were to answer that question myself, well, I guess it would just be to try to find ways to totally ignore the Uranus somehow. But this will also come back to how will Uranus play his game.
Here's the thing, you can't completely leave Uranus unchecked at all, because like he is going to be in your face whether you like it or not, unless you have a sufficient burst to take him out. Otherwise, he will be constantly invading, disrupting your jungle, cutting waves. You're not going to get anything done across the map. So any point of split push will be negated unless Monster Visions have ways around this. They do have very strong team fight potential, and they're going in for more insurance with the Rafaela. But again, the damage, most of it will be on the Bruno. A lot of pressure is on this gold laner. As we jump in towards the Land of Dawn, we will see which team will come out on top. This is the semi-finals of the UoC Cup. Sir Cloud, take your pick.
Here we go. Take my pick. Well, I guess I was just trying to be positive about how they might want to deal with the Uranus, but if I were to be truly genuine about my answer, I feel that Uranus will be a big pain for Monster Fisher. So I'm liking the draft of free agent now. But let's see what practically happens here. As we can see here, Uranus at the start, he's been pressured, forced back onto his own turret. But it's still okay for him. He has Amy together with him. So he'll be absolutely fine. And the fact that Monster Fishes, they are committing 3 heroes to the bottom lane, probably not going to get much out of it. I worry that it is time lost.
I think they're just trying to rotate. Yes, as you said, they didn't get anything off them. No kills. The Little Wanderer also falls towards Kuz 4. They don't get anything about it. They really over-rotate, trying to get an advantage, but in the end, to no avail. LFT taking quite a fair bit of damage for now on the Uranus, but he'll be able to regen up in no time. Let's just take note. Yuzong has to be really careful by the time he hits level 4, because he still is quite vulnerable.
Yeah, okay, so let's see how they're going to deal with this. So they sent Genos down to the bottom lane to try to deal with it. But at the mid lane, Aru chased back, but he's not able to have his teammate, and Imanatsu will be the first one to fall.
Yep, didn't even need the ultimate to commit towards it. And Genos see instantly the jungle invade coming in towards the Baxia.
I'm worried now about the damage output from Monster Fishes as well overall. There's probably only Dosai and definitely Lilith to dish out the damage, and that's about it. Even Dosai might be a question because he might want to prioritize zoning, so it depends on how they execute stuff. But let's see. The first hurdle now will be still secured by Kuza, and it falls to the hands of free agents, but they're not done yet. They're on the chase onto Haru. Haru with the last stick of
Oh my goodness.
The Black Tiger form shows up to zone them back, but they could fall. Now, Aung San Ki will back out. Lucky enough, Hard Guard is there to protect Imanatsu as well, to protect Dosai, and now Dosai will try to get something out of that fight, but there's not enough damage yet, but finally he will get it on the Bronzy.
Oh, when I was just thinking that guiding wind was really clutch, but you can't underestimate the mobility of this Yuzong. Well played by Dosei. I would say that I was thinking like, oh, is both teams just going to get out scot-free from that turtle tape? Because there's so much healing and sustain, and also there's a reason why Matilda is constantly banned. Because like, look at the amount of mobility as well as sustain just coming out. Unfortunately, Born Z did utilize just everything, just trying to get out of there.
Yeah, so Bornzy, somehow they managed to trade health back and forth, right? if you kind of think about it, free agent almost got Haru, but Haru somehow managed to get away. If they got Haru, then I would say it's a worthwhile trade. But because of that, then well, they still got the turtle at the end of the day. So I think it's still fine for free agent.
Yep, I think right now it's still really close game for both sides. You can see Genos invading jungle, trying to take as much camps as expected from Baxia, because Genos is like healing by so much of the holy baptism onto his tree.
Well, they know not to target him when he's being hard guarded, so they sent their attacks onto Haru instead. They got him. Aung San Kyu unfortunately will be traded back, so it's a 1-for-1 trade between the two. And we can see how important Imanatsu is. He is the key person to protect Dolsai, and Dolsai survived because of him.
Yep, that was a really good. On top of everything, Haru with the really solid holy baptism onto tree instantly. Monster Vicious was able to turn things around, and right now again, once the fight for the neutral objective, it's gonna come down to it. It does seem that both sides are sending enough people to try to secure this objective.
Here we go. So looks like Black Dragon Form will be pulled out. Genos will secure it. He stole away the turtle. Nicely there at the same time. Double kill for him. Black Dragon Form was a good distraction, but now they try to go in all onto Aung San Kyu. Aung San Kyu is now in trouble. 50% of health there. Aung San Kyu. Last 2 hits, but not enough damage. The rest of free agent has arrived. Monster Vicious, disciplined gameplay, not to go all the way in.
Really curious that this Valentia opt to go for Purify. In fact, there are 3 Purifies on the side of free agent. It's like, what are you concerned of? Ooh, the Harper on top of everything. I'm not sure why you want to pop this so early. I guess they expanded early, hoping they could get an engagement, a dive on towards James Arthur. But they do get the turret.
Okay, they got the turret, but they will not engage further. The hard guard was used though, so that's where they tell themselves that, okay, it's not the right time to engage. But anyway, Genos now seems to be in trouble. Here's Imanatsu just behind him. Genos stole away the purple, but Kuza is there to take it back from Genos. Bronzy is now in the fray. James Arthur will get one out of Haru. Lilith is in trouble. There's nowhere for Lilith to go, and Lilith definitely will be taken out.
Yep, just off the bat, like Genos getting punished, even though he was able to steal the purple buff away, but he paid for his life. And instantly, the stolen heart guard from the Valentina. There is just so much healing. Again, so much value you get off of that, and the Irithel just able to burst 2 members down instantly. James Arthur is having a great time.
Yeah, we talk about the combination between James Arthur as well as the hard guard, and it did work out according to their plan
Bronzy.
earlier on. Now, Bronzy, 1v3, yes, he's super duper tanky, but if 3 after him, he shouldn't be able to survive, and yes, he will still go down to Dolsai. Kuza was there, but Kuza, he knew that he couldn't interfere.
Yeah, I mean, like, yes, you are a Rhaenys, but you can't take on that much damage 1v4. I think that's just a bit too ambitious, I would say, overall. But you can see, Kuza, they, again, once lose another turret, the hard guard is committed. Just a safety measure that they're in the better position to try to secure this turtle, but
Ooh, turtle not stolen away, but what was stolen away is the top turret. So it looks like James Arthur, he'll let them go for now. But in the middle, Black Dragon Form turned on. He's good to go and zone in onto the back line, trying to get as much as possible. At the same time, we can see James Arthur making that rotation, coming to the middle, but would it be too late for him? The damage is not enough. Hard guard on the James Arthur. This is time for James Arthur to come in. Does he have enough damage? That will be the big question, but Genos will be frontlining, allowing space for Lilith to get his double kill.
This is just a rundown overall, and Kuz 4 can't even get his purple buff. Genos just running him down on this Baxia, just rolling away. And now he's not even, I don't think he can even recall safely. He's getting stunned, chunked out, killing spree for the dragon.
Oh man, this is the Genos show if you ask me.
Yeah.
I think he frontline really well. He knows when to go in, he knows when to open up. And the rest of the teammates followed up really, really well. So now, the annoying one is definitely Genos. If somehow free agent is able to take down Genos, I think that will open up a lot more opportunity.
Hear me out, this is kind of unfair. You have Yuzong, you have Baxia, and you have 2 healing supports. And again, Aimi just getting caught out. He has to use the circling eagle to get out into its safety. and he'll be. Actually, he didn't need to commit the circling eagle. Okay, so he just used basically the guiding wind to get up towards safety. But again, they seem to be lacking a fair bit of damage. Yes, James Arthur is able to get farm. He's still able to roam safely. He has gotten 2 kills, but is it enough?
Ooh. I guess, yeah, that will be a big question for them to answer, right? Okay, they still have the deer off that can dish out a good amount of damage as well. So you got at least 2 of them. But yes, they're off 3 kills, but they're still not able to end it. So something is missing here from Free Agent. Or maybe it's not about Free Agent. Maybe it's about Monster Vicious able to pull back at the right timing, not to expand anyone.
It's just a really delicate dance between like you just like going in and out, you sustain, once you're ready to rejoin the fight, that's when you go back in towards the fray, and Dulce just keeping vision for everyone. James R. Oh, what? Get the killing spree on towards Iman. That is the Angela down. But what?
Okay, that was a solo kill at the bottom lane, and at the same time he took down the turret. So now James Arthur is joining his teammates at the mid lane. So he's coming for Monster Bitches at this moment. Monster Bitches gotta be careful. And now the Black Dragon Bomb will be open. It was stolen by Outside Key. Goes in onto the back line, but Outside Key is not in a good position. Immediately punished. Yes, will be taken up by Lilith. Through that one last hit, but it opened an opportunity for Kuza to get the total objective instead. The fight's not over yet, though Lilith is kind of low, but now they're countering back onto Fonzie. Fonzie tries to get away, he's tanky enough, but at the same time, Kuza will be taken out, so it looks like it's a win for Monster Vicious.
Yes, definitely. It's like, yes, you secure the objective, but at the cost of several of your members. And I'm pretty sure Lilith on this Bruno will be able to clear up this first Lord, no problem.
Not at all, but speaking about problem, it's a problem for Free Agent now as they've been invaded. They are being invaded by Monster Vicious, but now the counter is coming in. Janos tries to get away. Janos with a hard gun on save. He should be fine. He is naturally tanky enough, but Lilith slides away.
Yep. Again, Lilith there's so much mobility coming out from this team with the Holy Healing and as well as the Love Waves. It's not to be underestimated. But what is the trick towards this? Like, Bornsey, unfortunately, it doesn't feel like he's still able to like cut waves or able to like push any further. If anything, it's actually James Arthur on the Irritel who has been like winning out these trades and split pushing down bottom lane earlier, which creates more space for them. But let's look into the itemization.
Yeah, if I look at it, like Bonzi, he went for a Dom Ice, which is, generally okay item, but that item might not allow him that much opportunity or sustainability alone in case he's been sieged down while he's doing a split push. So maybe that's why he like, okay, I'll park it aside first. I don't have the opportunity yet. He might do that later when he gain other items, but we'll need to wait and see if he has the opportunity. Or is it better for him to turn it on to team fights instead?
Unfortunately, the guiding wind, even you're able to bring your your teammates back to safety. It seems like Lilith with his itemization as well as potentially even with Worldy, as long as it lands, the bounce of the ball just follows you across the map and is just able to secure that last hit. So it's just absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, absolutely right now. I mean, there are a lot of things that still yet to be answered, right? Okay, what is Ponzi going to do? How are they going to deal with him? Because as he scales, he'll be even tankier. And will there be enough damage output for the side of Monster Vicious, as they are dependent on, obviously, Lilith, maybe Dosai, and that's about it. But we'll get to see a little bit of that right now with Bonzi alone 1v1 versus Dosai, and definitely it's not going to be enough damage. With Haru and Lilith close by, they can try, but are they going to take too much time?
I mean, like here instantly the engage on towards Bornsey. Not quite sure if they're quite exactly able to kill him, but I think he should be fine. Yes, Amy will be joining in towards the fight, but Jenna is looking to cut them off.
Oh, but look at the bottom lane as well. James Arthur is doing this split push. So he's drawing attention from Monster Vicious, allowing James Arthur to do his thing at the bottom lane. Now, the lock is up. Both teams contesting for it. But look at the bottom lane. James Arthur is
oh, wow.
That Iman has to get to stop him. And now the Black Dragon Bomb has been open, going on to the back line. At the same time, the Lord is still dancing. Kuza gets away to safety. Army to get away outside key on the right side, opening up the space, opening up opportunity, and Kuza will take home the Lord. Outside key now being seen. Look at this! James Arthur solo push at the bottom lane, winning it for free agent. They totally didn't expect that. They were tunneling their vision towards the Lord and forgot about the Irritel.
Oh my goodness, it's like I knew that the Irritel was pushing and I saw that the Angela was also close to death, but I figured that okay, they should have sent more people back, but they were so engrossed in towards that team fight that James Arthur was just allowed to free hit and close out the game. I think it's just overall like just over investing in towards like just wanting to secure the objective costed them the game, because you have to be aware, because overall I think like James Arthur easily the MVP of this game. Like he himself alone could just split push all across the map by himself. No one kept him in check, and the only one they left in towards the base was the Angela. But what could the Angela do?
Yeah, I could understand why they sent the Angela down there. It's because, well, in case James Arthur, he stopped, he moved to the objective, which is the Lord that time, then he could easily hard guard his way to his teammate.
Yes.
So I guess that was the idea there. But they probably didn't expect that James Arthur to go all the way to push to the end, and there was nothing that an Angela could do.
Yeah, I think it's just again underestimating your opponent. You don't underestimate the amount of like a marksman left unchecked. In this case, yes, you're right. Where if you leave the Angela in the base, she could just pop the hard guard, and that's where she would be able to join the fight. But unfortunately, with the Irritel just left unchecked, just free hitting, an inhibitor is always going to be valuable. The minute they lost that inhibitor, they should have called for either the decision to send more people back to deal with the Irritel. If they're able to get the kill, instantly the overall Lord objective take is better. They get more value just taking out the gold laner. So I think it really comes down to the question of these shot calling, this decision making.
Okay, I'll give the benefit of the doubt, right? So even though, okay, maybe the call was made to like, hey guys, okay, come back, I need help. Number one, there's no way they can recall that because all the other members of free agent, they were around, they could stop the recall. That's number one. Even if they want to move their way and make their, if you kind of think about it, free agent, they could still chase them down. And when they move, naturally they will break up, and when you divide them you can conquer them. So I guess it was like kind of like 50-50, like pro and con. What risk are you willing to trade to try to stop the Irritel? And I guess the risk that they were trying to take is that, okay, let's secure that lot as quick as possible and then we'll try to get that. But little do they know that enough time was bought by free agent to not allow them to secure the lot in time to fall back.
Yeah, no, I think I understand where you're coming from as well. It's tough. You want to be able to secure this neutral objective, but at the same time, losing an inhibitor in 30, like literally 10 minutes in towards the game, that is permanent damage to all your infrastructure. Like whatever push, let's say if you want to try like a different play, like plan B, you want to be able to do any form of split pushing or any team fight, you see a good engagement. Losing one inhibitor just means that your base is so vulnerable, like for the pickings. But we're going to be jumping in towards game 2 of the draft, so let's see how would they adapt differently. I think just overall, my suggestion is just ban out this Irritel.
Sir, what's your command?
200% agree. And we did talk about it even before the first draft started and Irritel was left open, so obviously they'll say thank you very much for the Irritel. But now, since we're swapping sides, let's see if the Irritel will be left open for MV for them to pick up instead.
Yeah, I mean, like either way, the Irritel, as we mentioned, has been having just a wonderful time, 100% win rate as of yet. Like it's either always pick or always ban, depending on the drafting phase itself. But let's see what are the adaptations. From the blue side, all the focus towards banning all of these marksmen like Fanny, not marksmen, sorry, assassins, Lancelot, Fanny. does make me really curious to see what kind of mechanics does Coast 4 actually have.
Yeah, I don't think we were able to see it that much, or maybe there was just too much action happening at the same time, so it was kind of pinpoint like a certain individual, or maybe especially him, on what he's able to really do. But what we were able to really see is, well, how the Iritel played, and it was really, really smart, I must say. And speaking about Iritel, okay, we're down to the last two bans. If MV is not going to be picking Iritel for some reason, then they're definitely going to ban this out. If not, free agent must ban the Iritel. If not, I think MV, they must take it away.
Yeah, I think so basically either side, I think both marksmen is definitely able to pick up the Iritel for themselves. If you don't, you're just letting it through for your opponent to take it and counter you. So my suggestion is either to ban it out, but okay, here comes the last ban. We're gonna see what's it gonna be. They ban out the Feramis, no Nether Realm to ensure a second life for the rest of the team. What's it gonna be?
Okay. I'm also thinking around like, should they respect ban Baxia because it was really annoying the fact that how he broken. Yeah, that's one as well. But neither Iritel nor Baxia is being banned out, nor first pick Iritel, which I can kind of understand because if you have a Valentina, it allows you to be versatile in terms of, okay, you can pick an Angela, fine, I will steal away your hard card, or any other hero that's worthwhile stealing. So that gives a little bit of a mind-boggling moment for free agent to think of what they're going to do. But looks like no Iritel in either pick so far.
Curious, seems like they're just no. Here you go, there you go. Instantly, I thought, okay, we're finally not gonna see Iritel. I thought they were opening up the draft. No, sorry, we are getting expert and Iritel. This is this is just like terrifying. Like the side lanes already is like terrifying. I don't want to be in this match. Get me out of here.
Oh my goodness, I can imagine like Iritel coming in free hitting, and then you have the last insanity to zone out whoever you don't want from the back line. Oh my goodness, this is looking scary if you ask me. Now the Bruno will definitely be all the way back, and that is where Xbox can zone him out. So I am kind of worried for how Bruno is going to function in team fights.
I think no. In the end, it's all about positioning and the rest of the team being able to create that space for him. So I think Bruno as a hero is I still a really solid marksman pick. Where you're able to see their free hitting like anything, whether it's turrets or your opponents. I think still there's no issue with this hero whatsoever. Now it seems like they're focusing their bans towards the jungler, which would be Baxia as well as Martis. They don't want to give these easy pickings away. So again, what's left in the hero pool? Leomord again? Maybe they want to pick up Dira from themselves, the double armor shred.
Ooh, I'm thinking along the lines of a assassin jungler this time. I mean, it's been a while since we only saw one or technically two in a team assassin, so I'd like to see one more. But looks like Rafaela is going to be banned out instead. The healing meta in the current patch is still something that teams are aware of. So they seem to be like, okay, we're not willing to deal with the healing meta. We'd rather deal with anything else other than that.
The curious thing is, up till now, Florin is completely ignored. I think maybe it's just could be just a gentleman's agreement that okay, we don't want to play this hero whatsoever. The healing is great, but maybe just not enough mobility to enable them during team fights. Because why Rafaela overall is just more desirable in terms of picks. Why it's just I think just the additional movement speed you get.
Although I do think that Rafaela would be kind of nice to combo with Iritel. But yeah, I mean, that is just like one of the tons of combos out there as well. I'm interested to see what sort of combo that Haru will come up to play with Iritel. So far, we don't see like any of those tank roamers being picked up. So potentially, Haru might go for it. If Akai is one of it, then I think Haru will go for a tank. Maybe
Hear
like a
me out.
Minotaur or a Grok.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's why the minute you're telling me tanks, what is left in the pool, I'm thinking what is tanky and also can still sustain, that would be Minotaur. If anything, they would have a lot of good setup. And Haro did play it in the earlier matchup previously, right before we went off for lunch. But General's hovering around all these assassin picks. Come on, man. Just show us what you got. But I think overall he's just going for the safer pick of the Akai. I'm a bit sad. I kind of want to see a Hanzo.
Yeah, Hanzo would have been pretty fun, I must say. Totally agree with that. But Akai here definitely going to play the zoning role, or maybe he's going to play the push-in role. You gotta think about it. So goes onto the back line, flanks, push in them to group together, and you get a good last insanity.
Yeah, I can definitely see that happening. Of course, it's still really difficult to catch a Lilia, for example. If you pop the heavy spin, you're just able to black shoes to basically, basically you're able to change your positioning and you're able to just better position yourself, get out of dire situations, or to dish out the damage, whether in a better spot. But the fact that they end the draft on the red side with the Estes, this is... Wow, everything is out. We are seeing almost every single healer out to play today, except for
Yeah.
Florin.
Yeah, only Florin is left right now. But okay, about the Estes. Estes is kind of like, okay, we can talk about all the other healers and their benefits and all that, but Estes seems to have this pro and con situation.
Yeah.
It will force them to group up together.
Yes.
So grouping up together with the last insanity. Well, I can't think about it. I think it's still okay because you're kind of healing everyone. So the last insanity will not have that much of an effect.
Not early on. Here's the thing, Estes, his healing overall scales with his level, so you have to definitely play at least a little bit safer early on. You can't really group up too early, but again, we have to jump in towards the game to see how this draft is executed. But as I mentioned, production's queuing us. Let's jump in towards game 2 of Monster Vicious versus Free Agent. I really can't wait to see how this plays. But whether it's this right, will on this Estes pick force them to group up, and will Monster Vicious capitalize on this?
Yeah, and so since they have an Estes, I believe that Kaja will need to try to lock down the Estes first. So go in with the Divine Judgment, take him out as soon as possible. So this will also mean that Estes will need to be really, really careful when he sees the Kaja, or when he don't see a Kaja per se.
It's interesting how both teams, your mid and EXP, had the same idea of they are just going to come over to the EXP lane, allow their respective mages to take the first wave of EXP lane, hit level 2, and then rotate back up. So really interesting stuff. This is a really old strategy, but hey, I think they're really on towards each other.
Yeah, they say old is gold, right? So in this case, old is EXP. But that will also allow Haru to gain the gold from the mid lane, and that's the typical sort of rotation that they would do. And speaking about rotation, Haru is rotating to the top now. He has yet to hit level 4, so no divine judgment yet. So I'm not sure how much he's able to contribute to this pickup.
Definitely can still be very annoying. Don't get me wrong. But you can see that Genos is also rotating up. He already has hit level 4. He has heavy spin, which will be ready for the first turtle fight, which won't be happening very soon. But whether they are considering an early gank on the top side.
But now the focus have to shift down to the turtle, since we're about 10 more seconds away. So we can see the rotation happening now, and I can see that there's a slight engagement at the bottom. Bonzi is alone 1v2, but Imanatsu does not have the required damage to do much against him. So if any damage were to come, it will be from those sides. But even so, he does not have the last insanity yet.
Yeah, not quite yet, but yes, you can see instantly Dulce able to win on this lane. It already has level 4, Warranty follows suit, but now we wait as they engage on this turtle pit.
Okay, here we go. The heavy spin will be deployed. Another thunder engagement. Dulce is in trouble, but somehow he still managed to get away. Flickered himself to safety. But can't say the same for Haru, as Haru expanded his flicker but he still went down. And this is open opportunity for free agent to secure the turtle. Imanasu is still there. Genos is there as well. So Genos can come in anytime soon, try to steal away the turtle. But they know the presence of Genos, and now Genos has to back off.
Yeah, popping the Blessing of the Moon Goddess just as a way of a sign to say that no, we're all topped up, we're healthy. There's no way you're able to fight or contest for this turtle. I think a little unlucky for Kuz 4. Early on, I did see the Appraiser's Wrath just about to be unleashed, but I think he got like cancelled just at the very last second. Otherwise, it would be a team fight that goes like all in hand for free agent if he was able to pop that Appraiser's Wrath.
Okay, I'm looking at Haru right now. He probably has an idea he's at level 4, but because he's all alone,
Yeah.
so he might not want to go in just yet. Okay, he's waiting for the middle. Okay, now he goes in. Outside key might be pulled back, but no! Haru was not able to pull out the Divine Judgment. But even if he does, I don't think there'll be enough damage outside key, and he can just heal himself back up with all.
Nah, the problem is Iman doesn't have quite enough damage yet, and Haru is just probably waiting for the right opportunity. If someone's isolated, maybe, yes, he's probably hoping for the Lilia's Black Shoes to already be utilized, so you really have that second life. Imagine if he utilized the Divine Judgment too early, Lilia can just Black Shoes out of there, no problem. So he's just waiting, he's just waiting.
Correct, he was hoping that Haru did that. But now, speaking about hope, looks like they hope to get something out of this fight, stealing away the purple buff, but no, Genos got it at the end of the day.
Right now, I would say both teams are just treading on thin ice. It's like any wrong move, any slightly early engagement, and the rest of the team is not ready, could result in many casualties.
Okay, speaking about casualties, we'll probably see some after 15 seconds, because that's where the turtle is up. But we can see the rotation as well. Okay, everyone's moving up to the top, or a lot of them are moving up to the top. Engagement-wise, Haru, this is the opportunity, but no need to use the Divine Judgment, so he still has the Divine Judgment to try to lock down at least one player from free agent.
He couldn't Black Shoes, he was terrified by the Valentina. That was just so unlucky. I mean, like, worst feeling ever for any Lilia player. Ooh, but Born Z getting the penalty zone on towards Lilia. Ooh, but Kuz 4 able to secure the turtle on top of everything. Last Insanity, big pop, but not enough damage, but Princess Wrath on top of it all. Gets Lilith, but Iman will take out the Fred Rin in return, but it's still going on.
Goes there onto the back line, takes out the healer, gets Monty at the same time, and they won the fight. But look at what's happening at the bottom. It is again Mr. James Arthur doing like what he did earlier on with the Iritel.
Yep, I mean, like, overall free agent got some really good catches. Like, again, these are praise. Oh, what the? What?
Okay.
There.
It felt like a little bit of an overextension, but now they're trying to take revenge on the onside kid. Onside kid will be taken out by Haru instead. Army has just arrived, but there's nothing much you can do there. But is it a worthwhile trade? Let me think. Free agent, I would say better trade for them.
Yeah.
Because,
penalty zone.
I like that thought. Dolside is in trouble now. One last hit, and Bonzi is there.
Even if he was able to walk out and Bornzi doesn't get that last hit in, the passive from Terizla will be enough to take out Dulcet regardless. So again, it's just insurance overall, but we have to watch out for James Arthur. I think we need a designated camera for this gold laner because he's been split pushing across the map with no problem.
Absolutely. I mean, he got a lot out of the bottom lane earlier on. Now he's shifting his focus to the top lane instead. They're trying to get that first turret. But at the same time, at the back line, we can see them chasing down. And Akkad, no, you don't want to overcommit to Genos. Not the right hero. Genos can still heavy spin away. He has it. He's not using it just yet. Now Dosai could be in trouble. And now they will go straight in. The last Insanity used, but they got that one kill, so that's okay. Lilith, on the other hand, gets Bonzi instead. And now they are just trading it back with each other. On the chase now is free agent.
Yep, just trading back and forth. But someone, please watch that Bruno. I mean, as much as we want to talk about Bruno, but the Lilia has been taken out once again. Bornzi as well, only 5 seconds before he rejoins the fight. Genos should be able to secure this turtle, no problem. But yes, actually Lilia gets it. Wow, but the Bruno again forcing this out. But that's insanity. Just feel like there's enough damage.
Okay, James Arthur is on the way to the middle now. Iman Natsu will take out the healer. And James Arthur, he has arrived. He's trying to find the right target. They managed to catch one. They will go all the way in. And then it's going to be no side down. But they traded that by taking out Bonzi instead. And now the U-turn comes in. Genos survives with the lasting of health. And now Genos will back off. Reset for him. At the same time, looks for Onsaki. Not able to get away. Punished by Monster Vision.
Just this is the worst day for this Lilia. Like constantly getting terrified, not being able to use black shoes to get out to safety, and just like completely bursted down by Lilia. This is the concern. I mean, like you would think like, oh, you know, Valentina has been nerfed, she's only for utility, but that value from that Terrify has been paying dividends for his team.
Yeah, absolutely. And on point, in fact, to aim it onto Aung San Ki. So that is amazing work there by Iman Natsu. Opens up a lot of opportunity for his teammates as well to, once they know that, okay, burst damage out, they know that they can go all in.
We are used to seeing this like babysit strat, but overall, before we say this, the concealed play has been utilized from the side. Monster Vicious tried to catch them out, but look at the re-engagement from Free Agent. Ooh. But Genos in the back.
Oh, Genos in the back comes in, but he's been spotted out. But anyway, he's tanky enough to still take on a little bit more damage. But we can see Kuza going onto the backline, trying to get Iman Natsu, but Iman Natsu managed to get away. Now the heavy swing will be used by Genos to distance himself from the action as well. Nobody went down. Everyone's okay. But probably I spoke too soon. Now Last Insanity comes into the backline. I was like, he will be taken out by Genos. And Last Insanity not able to get anyone, but it's okay. They still got a double kill from Genos himself.
My, oh my, both teams are just dropping like bodies one after the other. And again, the blessing of the Moon Goddess, like just so much sustainability, but forcing them to group up. Like Iman got a really beautiful penalty zone on top of everything else. But Last Insanity. But James Arthur gets the shutdown.
Oh, not only a shutdown, looks like he'll get a double kill as well. Triple kill! Nicely countered. Nicely done, and not only that, they'll definitely secure the Lord, opening up space for them to push in the middle at the same time.
Man, and I think this is a bit of caster curse. The minute I start praising one team, the other just turns around and shocks us. And look how they're just running them down. This Bruno, James Arthur, just unstoppable.
And though they could potentially get the inhibited turret, they were like, okay, nope, let's play discipline. We will come back later. And speaking about discipline, it's also because they have now the goal lead for the side of Free Agent. At some point it was Monster Vicious, but now because of that one team fight, securing the Lord objective, now the goal swings to Free Agent.
Again, I was about to say that Genos is looking to be a bit of trouble, and I don't know if it's wise to walk out. Haru needs to get a good pick off, but right now, I think they're too afraid to even walk out their own base. Look at how Free Agent is just running them down, taking the external turrets.
Oh man, now Free Agent, they are pushing on the top as well as the bottom. Let's see which inhibitor turret will fall. The Lord has arrived at the same time at the doorstep of Monster Visions, and the mid lane is being shoved in as well. So now it's all about who will get the first kill. Looks like it's going to be James Arthur taking down Genos, and without Genos, they don't have attack at the front. This will open an opportunity for Free Agent to come in. They'll probably get more out of this. Haru will need to back off his super duper low in this moment, but Iman Natsu will be taken now. 2 down for the side of Monster Visions. Free Agent will continue on.
But all the waves are cleared out there, but they're still going in. Godlike for this Bruno. There's nothing they can do. It's a stampede.
Oh, it is, and this is definitely the opportunity for Free Agents. Oh man, they are taunting right now. They know that the win is in their hands. Nothing can take the win away from them. Free Agents, these guys just took down an MPL player / coach.
My goodness, what just happened? Like the fact that all the ways were cleared up and yet they were still pushing on regardless. Like this is the reason why Estes in ranked games are in our pubs are always banned. I remember playing against this one like basically a duo who was Estes and Bruno, and the Estes would refuse to help the rest of us. He would just be babysitting, constantly be in the Bruno's lane, and they ended the game by themselves.
Man, and speaking about Bruno, look at the turret
My
damage.
God.
81%.
My god.
This is similar to how he played the previous hour. It's like, okay, dude, all you need to do is focus on the turrets. Yes, occasionally you can come, you make the judgment call, but turrets is yours, my friend. And this is where James Arthur really played it well. He knows when to push the turret. He knows when to come back to help his teammates. His decision making is absolutely on point.
This is a one-man army just charging in, taking like turrets left and right, front and center. And the fact that he is supported by the rest of his team, Ivy just ensuring that he's top up and healthy. The rest of the team just needs to like secure objectives, create enough space. I think just amazing stuff overall. Sir Cloud, what are your thoughts of this? Like, what do we do with these side laners?
I am mind blown. Okay, I am mind blown. I felt that draft wise, cool. Everyone has a
Yeah.
pro and con. It's nice, both sides. But the execution of free agent. Who are these guys? I want to get to know these guys now.
Yes, absolutely. It's like maybe they are free agents of respective, tier two teams. They decided, okay, maybe let's just form a team, like band together, try out for these tournaments, and maybe they may consider going pro after like this starts showing. Who knows?
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah, they're basically advertising themselves as, hey, we are literally free agents. If
Yeah.
any one of you pro teams out there, I know some of you looking forward to the next season, pick us. This is basically their resume here.
Yeah, this is their resume right now. I think a lot of stocks towards James Arthur because like you can put him on any hero. I'm honestly terrified if we gave him a Brody because that means like whenever he sees a window of opportunity, that turret is just gone. Like that.
Absolutely. I mean,
Split pushing king.
split pushing king, and it's not like, okay, tunnel vision towards split pushing. He
No,
knows when to come back. I mean, this guy is just well balanced.
Yes, I think overall, in terms of, as you mentioned, in terms of the draft, there were no major issues. I did feel like Monster Vicious actually had like really good setups and pickups, but in the end, in terms of the macro decision making, free agent just outstepped them in terms of rotations overall.
Yeah, and you did mention about the stat saying that Iritel's win rate is 100%. Looks like the 100% win rate is broken. So
All right.
Iritel, yeah, there is a way to deal with it.
Definitely a way to deal with it. I mean, it doesn't help when you're literally being like cracked open right at your doorstep, and you think, okay, there is a room to breathe. Actually, no, they will just force their way in thanks to the blessing of the moon goddess. Estes is a very, he's just a walking fountain lah. Enough said.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Great support as well. But also to share, we already got the results for the other semifinals as well, which is Bring Me
Oh.
Horizon versus MZ Esports, and the result is a 2-0. So far the
Ooh.
entire day, no third game. I wonder if we'll see that in the finals.
Quite curious to see. So who will we see in the finals, Sir Cloud?
Yeah, we will see obviously Free Agent and
Yes.
Bring Me Horizon. No expectations at all for Bring Me Horizon.
Definitely
We
not.
have yet to see them on the broadcast, so we don't know what sort of surprise they can bring us.
Yes, I mean, just really excited to see. But I think we can definitely, like, based on the drafts we've seen like throughout today, it can be really flexible. But it does seem like the healer meta isn't going away anytime soon.
Not at all. Only one more healer left that we have not seen.
Florin.
Florin. Yeah. So we've seen the Estes, and I mean, it's good overall, right? Based on the current meta.
Man, I was hoping not to see an Estes, but Sir Cloud, any last thoughts before we actually jump in towards a quick break afterwards?
I think at this moment it is going to be a explosive finale to the day. again, I think that we might see a game three just because we have filtered down to the best of the best. So yeah, can't wait to see game three then.
Yep, definitely.
Yep.
But
So
overall, yep.
I guess for now we will be heading on to a break while the event on the on ground will continue on with the speech by the Vice Chancellor of the University of Cyberjaya. So for now, ladies and gentlemen who's watching the broadcast online, do take a break. We'll see you guys for the grand finals that will happen later.
Yeah, I learned to stay strong. Concrete in the dirt I was raised on. Know how to put in work. Grinding all day, you know it's game on. My skin is thick, yeah, it's tough. Running, yeah, we stay alive. Ain't gotta look nowhere else. All of this greatness inside. Don't think you're ready for this part. This is our moment, here we are. How could you be a star if you don't shine and you afraid of the dark? Say you wanna be a big fish, but you can't swim with the sharks. Yeah, ain't phased, don't change. Still the same when the camera's off. Look smooth, but I'm going hard. Play it cool, but I'm going off. If you want it, gotta take it from me. I can show you who the best is. All stats, no questions. You just check off the checklist. Don't think you're